Good morning, everyone. So, before we start our activity for today, let us all pray and feel the presence of the Lord. Amen. So, again, welcome to Broad Learning Institute. So, welcome to your qualification, which is Food and Beverage Services NC2. My name is Princess Parilla, your assessor for today. So, before we start, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Miss Rachel Lacuna, our AC manager, and Miss Nina Herrera, our representative from Testa Provincial Office. So, you don't have to worry about their presence. They are here to oversee the conduct of competency assessment and to check if the conduct is in accordance with the prescribed competency assessment methodologies and procedures. So they will not assess you. So now let me check your attendance. Kindly sign this attendance sheet and also present to me your admission slip. Okay, then? Okay, thank you. So for the purpose and context of the assessment, I have here with me your accomplished application form with self-assessment guide. So this is an indication that you can perform all units of competency enumerated in Food and Beverage Services NC2. So for our units of competencies, we have basic, common, and core competencies. For our basic competencies in food and beverage services, NC2, so you will be assessed to participate in workplace communication, work in team environment, practice career professionalism, practice occupational health and safety procedures. For the common competencies, you will be assessed to develop and update industry knowledge, observe workplace hygiene procedures, perform computer operations, perform workplace and safety practices, and provide effective customer service. For the core competencies, you will be assessed by prepare the dining room or restaurant area for service, welcome guests and take food and beverage orders, promote food and beverage products, provide food and beverage services to guests, provide room service, receive and handle guest concerns. So again, you will be evaluated by your attitude, skills, and knowledge. So here is our assessment methods. So I will collect evidence through demonstration, oral questioning, and written test. So these are the assessment methods that can help me to measure your underpinning knowledge and skills regarding in food and beverage service and C2. So for your suggestive selling and upselling demonstration, so you will be having 3 hours. For oral questioning or interview, you have 1 hour. And for your written examination, I will be giving you a 1 hour. So for your personal needs, the comfort rooms are located at the end of the hallway. So if you want to take your meal, we have a canteen outside the assessment center. So in case that you will be called by nature like you want to pee or poop during our demonstration, so just ask permission from me because I will allow you to go to the comfort room. So for our allowable and reasonable adjustments, so if you have difficulty in understanding the given instructions, so please don't hesitate to call my attention because I am willing to explain and translate it for you in Tagalog. So is there anyone here who has health or medical condition? So if you need to take some medicines or maintenance, just let me know because I will allow you to do so. And is there anyone here who has religious or cultural practices? So if there is one, feel free to let me know. So I will allow you to pray. So for our do's and don'ts during assessment, so if you have concerns, questions, and there's a need for you to clarify the matter concerning the assessment, so you may ask me for I am willing to assist you. But once the assessment started, please refrain from asking questions because it is no longer allowed. So you're not allowed to divulge any information either to your co-candidate, friends and relatives, especially in social media. So also you're not allowed to take pictures or videos and refrain from using your cell phones. So please silent it. Um, and just use it in case of emergency. However, during the assessment, you are not allowed to leave the premises of the assessment center. So for our rights and appeal system, so in case you have any questions regarding the assessment process and result, so you have the right to appeal. You can submit your appeal to the TESDA provincial office where the assessment center and the assessor are accredited. But it should be done within 24 hours right after the assessment. So for the issuance naman of our NC or COC, so if you have passed the assessment and you are competent, so you will receive a certificate. So for the issuance of national certificate or COC, so you can claim it at the provincial office after 5 working days. So for our reassessment procedures, so if found na you are not yet competent, so don't worry about it. You can be reassessed anytime that you become ready and at your own convenience. So, in case na the reassessment is full qualifications, you have to undergo the whole assessment process. So, if found naman na to be competent in some unit of competencies, so the reassessment will just focus on the unit of competencies that you are found to be not yet competent. So, if you fail 2 consecutive assessments, so you will be advised to take a refresher course before applying for reassessment. Our occupational health and safety requirement naman. So, since in our qualifications, wala naman tayong mga heavy equipments na gagamitin. But syempre, please um, observe the safety requirements pa rin and avoid horseplaying. Careful lang kayo sa mga gagamitin nating gamit like na yung ating mga chinawares and glasswares. So, to avoid the accident, so avoid horseplaying. And also, in case naman na may accident, so please call my attention right away so that the proper first aid will be administered. So, in case na you need first aid, we have a first aid cabinet at the right side of the hallway. Okay? So for the confidentiality of assessment outcomes and process, so with the result of your assessment, please observe strict confidentiality. So this is to ensure your integrity and most of all, the integrity of the assessment process and as well as TESTA. So the result is only made available to the right personnel and authorized members and staff. So in relation to this, the assessment package is zealously secured to guarantee the integrity of the assessment package. So please don't give any form of information that took place in the assessment process. So let's apply the military rule. What you see, what you hear, when you leave it here. So any questions and clarifications? Okay, none. So since you don't have any questions and clarifications, then I am going to give you a copy of specific instructions. Please read them carefully, and if you have any questions, please ask it now. I may be able to translate it from English to your local dialect. So if you need assistance, I will be more than willing to assist you. So now, um, I will give you a candidate number na din. So, you are candidate number 1, and then you are candidate number 2, and so on and so forth. So now, the first assessment method that we will use is the written examination. So, I'll give you 1 hour to finish the 100 items on your examination. So, please read the direction carefully and answer correctly. Okay, done? Okay, so candidate number 1, please proceed to assessment area for the demonstration of suggestive selling and upselling techniques. Candidate number 1, this is your assessment area. So you're going to perform the suggestive selling and upselling techniques procedure. So have you read the specific instructions? So do you want to read it again? Do you have any questions? So you may ask it now because when the assessment starts, you can no longer ask. Okay, so please be informed that after the demonstration, so there will be an oral questioning. Okay, so you may start now. Okay, done. So, okay, so candidate number one, please call candidate number two to proceed on her demonstration. Thank you. So candidate number two, this is your assessment area. So you are going to perform the suggestive selling and upselling techniques procedure. So have you read the specific instructions? Do you want to read it again? So do you have any questions? You may ask it now because when the assessment starts, you can no longer ask. Okay, so please be informed that after demonstration, we will be having an oral questioning. Okay, so you may start now. Okay, so candidate number two, please call candidate number one to proceed on her oral questioning or interview. Thank you. Candidate number one, here is your first question. So, what is the difference of suggestive selling and upselling? Okay, thank you. What is the importance of suggestive selling and upselling techniques in the restaurant? Okay, thank you. So, candidate number one, please call candidate number two to proceed on his or her oral questioning or interview. Thank you. So, candidate number two, um, your first question is, what is the importance of suggestive selling and upselling techniques in the restaurant? Okay. 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 What is the difference of suggestive selling and upselling? Okay. Thank you, candidate number two. Um, Kindly call candidate number one for the assessment feedback. Okay. Thank you. So, hello, candidate number one. How was the assessment? Okay, so based on my observation and the assessment methods that we use, um, you're able to answer the oral questions correctly. And for your written examination, you got 85%, which is really good. But in your demonstration, there are areas of improvements like in taking your orders customer. You need to advise and give serving time for them to know um, how long they are waiting for their orders. Okay, but don't worry, it was just a minor plus. But overall, you are competent. Congratulations. So please sign the cards and your rating sheet. So you may claim your NC or COC at the TESA provincial office after 5 working days. Okay? Candidate number one, please call candidate number two for her assessment feedback. Thank you. So, hello, candidate number two. Okay, how was the assessment? Okay, so if I will give you a chance to rate your own performance, how do you rate yourself at the scale of 1 to 10? Okay, I totally agree and admire your honesty. Because on your oral questioning, there are some questions that you did not answer. So in your written examinations naman, you got 80%, so this is good. But in your demonstration, there are some area na hindi mo na-perform, like the suggestive selling techniques. So, for now, I am very sorry to tell that you are not yet competent. But as I mentioned earlier on our orientation, na you have a chance naman to reassess on the area na you are not yet competent. Okay? So, if you are not satisfied naman sa result na nakuha mo, so please identify the area that you are disagree for you to start writing a letter of Appeal, and also addressed to the TESDA Provincial Office, where me as your assessor and assessment center are accredited. So because it is only valid for 24 hours. So if you are agree naman, so please sign these cards and rating sheets. Okay? So do you have any questions or clarification? Okay, so please sign these cards and rating sheets. Okay, candidate number 2, thank you. So, AC Manager, here are the competency assessment summaries for all 10 candidates. So, we have 9 competent and 1 not yet competent. Thank you.